Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be cooking from the Betty Crocker Lost Recipes Cookbook, and I'm going to be making their recipe for beef stew. Starting off with about a pound of stew meat. I'll go ahead and dump that into my pot. Followed by 1 medium onion that I've quartered up, about 30 rainbow carrots that I've cut in half, and I've added in a couple of stalks of celery. The next thing I'll be adding in is 1 can of diced tomatoes, 1 10.5 ounce can of beef stock, and an 8 ounce can of tomato sauce. For the seasoning, I'll be adding in 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, 1 teaspoon of marjoram, a teaspoon of sugar, a teaspoon of salt, and about 1/4 to 1/2 of a teaspoon of black pepper, and 1/3 of a cup of flour. I want to make sure I give that a good mix, and then this is going to get covered and go into a 325-degree oven for 2 hours. After cooking for 2 hours in the oven, we've got a nice thick gravy going on in our stew. The vegetables are nice and tender, and our meat is starting to get tender as well. Now it's time to add in about 2 cups of mushrooms. I'm also adding in 1.5 pounds of the red skin potatoes. Give those a good mix, and then this is going to go back in the oven for 1 hour and 45 minutes covered. After cooking for a total of 3 hours and 45 minutes, the beef stew is out of the oven. All the vegetables are nice and tender in here. I did adjust it for seasoning there at the end. It needed just a tad bit more salt and pepper, but that's just down to personal preference. You can adjust that to your liking. And all I have left to do now is dive in and try it out. I've got to say my house has smelled absolutely amazing all day, and I have been very excited to dig in here. It's also very screaming hot. This is a very thick and hearty beef stew. Came together so easily. I mean, it does have a long cook time, but it's totally worth it. There's just something about making a pot of stew in the oven that adds a totally unique flavor to it that you don't get on the stove or in the crock pot. Definitely going to be making this one again. As I said, a little bit tomato forward, but I do like all the vegetables in here, and I like how thick and hearty it is. And it goes perfectly with some homemade bread. But that is going to be it for me for the day. If y'all have enjoyed this video, leave me a comment down below. If you tried this recipe out, let me know how it turns out for you. And as always, thank y'all so very much for joining me today. I've been Volker. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.